Well, yeah, my experience with PCAudioLabs computer is the one that's at Mark Knopfler's studio in London, British Grove. I mean, this studio is like the best of everything, from the wire to the acoustics to the console and even to the computer they use. And I feel like I was somewhat responsible for getting the PCAudioLabs machine in the studio. And when I first walked into the machine room and they said, "Oh, here it is, look at it," and my mouth dropped open. I mean, I was so jealous. I mean, these things, like the way Tom built this thing is with 5 drives, all rated 5, so there's redundancy. If one of them goes down, you can actually hot swap a drive, stick another one in there, and you don't lose anything. It rebuilds itself while you're working. And then the other really groovy thing he did was he put I don't think it's hot swappable, but it's a swappable system drive. So you could have the machine set up to run 32-bit, or you could swap a drive and you could be running 64. I mean, how slick is that, I mean, and then it just looks beautiful and totally quiet. They've got it in a machine room where you wouldn't hear it, but this thing,
very quiet.
I mean, it's so unbelievably quiet. You could have it sitting right next to you and work.
No, I have mine in the room, and what was interesting in my case was I had first of all, Charlie Boswell got me. He was involved with setting me up with Tom and PC, because we had some computers built at other places, and they were good computers, but there was always something. It was either the drives.
They forgot to hook up the wiring harness.
Well, no, the swappable drives didn't quite operate properly, or you couldn't use them under all circumstances, or they were very noisy, or all kinds of things. So I get this sleek thing that Tom had built, and I had a very unique situation because I'm running a digital console, which is all MADI operated, and so I needed more slots to put stuff than the typical motherboard will handle. So Tom came up with a way of cutting out some of the metal on the top of the computer in the back and sliding in the word clock cards there, because they take up a slot but they don't use the slot.
Right.
So they were just daughter cards. And so I was able to get, because with 2 MADI cards, you've got 4 slots gone.
Right.
Now I just had the 2 slots gone with the MADI card, and then the daughter cards were put up on the side so I could plug in the word clock and stuff. So they did, great custom work, fantastic. Haven't had any issues with it at all. The video card was spot on with what needed to be done. I didn't have to spec anything out other than I just said, put in a UAD card, because I use that for my plugins. Came all ready to go. I plugged it in, and the window was on there. Everything was all set to go. So